is happening on idle, and the CNG table has to be heavily adjusted, and yet still it's not oscillating as it ought to. So I'm pretty sure they can have a possible vacuum leak, and that's why I'm not getting enough fuel on idle, and that's why I'm calling for so much additional fuel on CNG.
Yeah, what up? Alright, folks. So we got a 2006, what's this? Sylphy, Nissan Sylphy with a G11 engine in it, right? Something like the Versa, but it isn't. So, customer complaint is that he put an alternative gas system in, and since that the vehicle has been running poorly, right? He took it back to the installation guy, and basically he tried all sorts of things and still didn't figure it out. He went by various garages and was still more unsuccessful because they throw the plugs, the coils, they try to seal it over, they did everything, right? So he brought it here based on recommendation from our next garage. So I said, bring it in, let me see if I could take a look at it, right? So this has been happening for like 3 months, and this customer is like really upset right now because he's been spending a lot of cash on it and he hasn't been making any headway, and his vehicle is driving really poor, right? So let's see if we could assist him on it, right? We're going to already start the vehicle to get it warmed up so it can go into closed loop, right? Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to pull out the scan tool. Alright, let's pull out Nissan. Let's see what's going on here. As I said, I believe he said the check engine light is on, as you can see. Alright, let's do a manual selection. Japan. This is one of the older versions, so you might not get much information off it. You actually feel like the vehicle is going to stumble on itself, but I'm not sure. Alright, so let's go on the ECM, enter. It's late in the night, you know how I do. Just keep going. I try to, this is the last vehicle for the night. I'm planning on locking off, right? But I said let me just get some information first before I do anything, so the customer asks, I can at least respond. So ETC function circuit and fuel system lean. So that P0172 normally is the electric throttle control function / circuit. So I don't know if you have an issue with the throttle body, but I'm going to attack this P0171 code, which is the fuel lean, right? So what that means is that the vehicle is seeing too much air, right? And basically what it would do is counter it by increasing the fuel usage, right? So most likely this customer will be burning a lot of gas, right? So let's attack this code, right? Normally, matter of fact, let me just open some plates real quick. I'm going after alpha. What else I want to see? I want to see the mass airflow. And the O2 sensor 2 and 1, and let's graph this. Right, so as you can see here, come on real quick, let's get you closer. Right, oh, it's actually going really high, which is the sensor 1, O2 sensor 1. Number, basically this 0.28 here is sensor 2, and this is the default voltage that you get that the ECU send out. So I'm not sure if it's a circuit issue, is it the sensor issue, or if it's the harness, right? Because this is another case. This is not for this. Right now I'm gonna just focus on this, what's happening here. Right now he is like extra lean. So we gotta fix this first, and then we go attack the rest. But what I'm also doing, I'm gonna look at my mass airflow. Let's combine these two. Let's take the O2s off. Hold on real quick. Let's take these the O2 sensors off. And what I'm looking at is the blue is the wideband, and this one here is the mass airflow. It's kind of low, the voltage. I wonder why. Alright, so let's snap the throttle. Let's snap the throttle, wide open throttle, right? And once I snap the, in fact, let's get out of here real quick. Let me get the engine speed with the mass. Right. When I step on the wide open throttle, you're supposed to see, I want this sensor to reach like close to 3.4. You know, it's a 5-volt sensor, right? Signal, sorry, coming to the mass airflow. But I want to see this sensor reaching like around 3.2, 3.4, right? So let's see what's going on. I'm going to step on it real hard and see what's going on. So it went up to, it made it up to 3.7, which is good. Keeping an eye on the scan tool. I'm just going to spray various places to see if I can get that to pull down, right? And here I'm listening for the difference in the engine. So right now it's like I'm enriching the system. It dropped to 110, but that 110 is what's happened before. They say they spray the gasket. They change probably around the injectors, seals, the trunk tumble control is a place where it like to leak. See the EGR seal. I wonder if the plate, let's see if the plate in the back of the EGR is just sucking air that way also. By the booster hose, any kind of hose could cause a vacuum leak also. Right, I'm going to spray this sample spray on the hose. I'm looking to see if it pull now. So far I'm not seeing anything. The PCB valve could be an issue. Matter of fact, let me just squeeze the PCB valve hose and see if it's like passing. Right now I'm squeezing the PCB hose here, and it's still climbing, so it's not that. Right? So what we gotta do is we gotta isolate the engine. Is it a crack in the manifold? That could happen. I had it. There isn't that. Sometimes these manifolds, because of plastic, it starts to open out on its own. Right? So I'm not hearing any change. Alright. Let's spray around the hose here, around the, let's see anything. Trying to see if I see anything that's like drastically cause it to pull down. Let's see what's happening to the throttle body. Since we got the throttle body pulled, let's check out the TPS and see where it's standing up. TPS is good. Alright, what else can I use? What else can I use? Let's check out the sensor one. I don't need that one. Is it a faulty O2 sensor? Is it a massive flow problem? I'm not sure. Alright, so let's do the unplug test. It might work, you never know. Alright, unplug the massive flow. So I unplugged the massive flow and it got better. Right? Or did it? Alright, let's plug it back in. I think he said he changed the massive flow also. Did he get a faulty one? I'm not sure. Alright, what else can I try? Let me get you closer to see what I'm seeing. Alright, right now the master flow was unplugged. I just plugged it back in. You hear the difference in the engine. So instead of staying around 100, it's pulling down. It's now climbing back up. So is it a faulty massive flow? Is it a vacuum leak? Is it a fuel issue? I don't think it's a fuel issue. Fuel pump, bit isolated, but I highly doubt it's a fuel issue. This car don't sound like it's misfiring. So, what else could we go after? Sometimes these plastic things tend to crack. The covers, you know, things that you can't see. Let me reset the engine. Take the engine off and reset this and see if it, come back to where it was. Unplug the master flow. Alright, so what I did was I just had to reset the vehicle real quick because I unplugged the master flow. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just squeeze the solenoid valve here. Alright, the first solenoid. We're gonna squeeze it real quick and see if that makes a difference. Alright, just squeeze it right here. And that didn't isolate that either. Sometimes those first solenoid tend to stay open. And basically have the vehicle, stay in a really cold. But I saw it went down. So it's like close to 100. So got food. Alright, so now it's climbing back up again. Like I said, squeeze the PTV valve. It dropped off to 100, but it's still going to climb up. It's still climbing up. So 10, whatever it is. So it's not that. Alright, let's see. They did tap off onto the manifold to put the alternative gas. Is that the issue? Let's see. No. Let's spray around there and see if that makes a difference. Well, that didn't make a difference either. Okay, what next? The EGR pipe here tends to do that. Is it that the EGR is, if we have a faulty EGR, if that could be the case, where the EGR is passing internally? Could be. Let's try it out. It won't hurt. That the EGR is like playing up. It's supposed to seal off. Alright, let me see if I get my hands on an EGR and see. Matter of fact, let me see the pit. If you have a pit EGR, I can see if he is being controlled. Nope, he's closed. Alright, so the EGR is closed. Can I actuate the EGR and And also sorry about the light and the glare and the noise. It's late at night. And I'm trying to diagnose this car for this person here, client. And alright, let's see if we could make a difference in the EGR. Maybe step it up. Actually, that's not going to do anything. What else? Alright, let me hook up my smoke machine and I'll be able to see where that's coming from. Right? But I believe I found it. It is on the EGR housing, temperature housing. It could be fat housing. You actually see it dropping. See the 110. But I'm going to spray. It's dropping. So 113, 112. Yep, so I'm going to call that a fix. And I'm going to replace the whole housing. I'm not sure I'm going to do it as yet, but I believe it is a fix. Let's see if it's the EGR seals. Camera for me. I'm just spraying by the EGR. Nope. Is it that pipe? Sorry. Is it the EGR pipe in the back? I believe it is the EGR pipe. We gotta take that off and see it. Yeah, so we're gonna call that a fix. I'm gonna seal up that pipe or replace the housing, right? And that should be it. I'll just show you the after shot, right? And customer gonna be happy that you got his vehicle up and running again. And you just gotta throw whatever parts that's recommended. But yeah, what I'm gonna do is pop this hose off, take off that clamp so I could get down there. I'm gonna pump some smoke into this vehicle and see where this will confirm where that vacuum leak is coming from. Alright, so what you see, that smoke is basically I tried to pump some smoke into this engine to see if it would show, but it didn't. Right, the only thing was getting through the flammable gas. So I'm gonna attack that EGR pipe first and see if I could get that off, seal it up a little better, and see if I can redo the test. And if that's it, well, cool. I'm really not trying to replace the whole housing based on that. Right, so let me just release these two bolts in the back here, and those two bolts on down the cooling housing, and thermostat housing, and redo the test. Yeah, it looks like somebody was here before, because this basically uses a 10mm wrench to take that off, and right now I'm using a 12 on the bottom one. So it looked like somebody was here before and probably didn't, I don't know, probably seal it properly or what, and this could be the cause of where the vacuum leak was coming. And no fault of the guy who tried to do the installation, but he was trying to just help them out. Right, so I'm not sure who was here before, but this is the bolts that came out of the, take a look at it, the two bolts that came out of from the EGR pipe. You know, this is different, right? So that means somebody was here before and probably didn't seal it properly and create that vacuum leak, right? I'm not even sure if it is the gasket, or is it the bolt wasn't enough clamping force on it, or what. But as I said, I'm going to pop it off and seal it up, and that should be, we do my test, and then we're going to check for the fix. Right, so let me just remove everything. And alright, so if you can take a look, I'm going to bring the pipe out, each pipe out. Let's see if I get it out first. basically on that mark right here, you're seeing where exhaust was escaping. Let me see if I can get a better look. Exhaust was escaping out of those areas here where it's dark. So that was the source of the vacuum leak. Right, let's see if I can retrieve the gasket. Right, so this is the gasket. Right, and as I said, I believe that it was leaking probably right here. Let's see how this lines up. This lines up like this. So from the bottom here, you're seeing the exhaust leakage right there. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna seal up with some I have some high temperature silicone. Right, I'm gonna just stick that up, put that back on, redo my test. Alright, so the repairs was done. Right, I sealed off the E-job pipe, put a little gasket maker on it. Also, this was the bolt that was there. This was the incorrect bolt that was on. I'm not sure who was here, so I'm gonna read the codes again. Right, remember it had a P0171 code. Right, and it also had the throttle body code, but I believe that probably happened when they, I don't know what they did. They probably replaced the throttle body or try to clean it or something like that. So we're gonna come out of here. I'm gonna clear the code. Let me just get closer. Put you in a better position here. I'm gonna clear the code. Right, 4 code is clear. Let's read it again. No fault codes. So let's go on the data stream. All signals. We're just gonna go straight to the alpha, right? I'm seeing 100%. So what I'm gonna do before I do anything, I'm gonna start the vehicle, and I'll be watching that 100% right there. I want to start the vehicle. Alright, I'm gonna keep my eye on the, but we gotta wait till they warm back up anyway. Alright, so we're gonna keep our eye on that. So before, remember it started with like 100%, I mean 110%, and what was happening, it was basically saying it was lean, and now you see it's in the 90s, 96, 97, anything around 100 is good, right? Give or take 5%, right? And as you see, it's staying around the 90s, right? I'm gonna let this vehicle warm back up, right? And then I believe that is fixed, but you gotta make sure that it's warm back up again, and we do the repeat again. The 4 codes. Pick engine speed. What else I'm gonna see here? What else do I need? We'll just pick these things. So right now, you're seeing that it's saying 93. Before it's starting 110, and it will keep climbing, and like basically going to 135% and dropping off. So what that meant is I'm adding 10 to 35% more air that the ECU is seeing. So he's gonna increase the gas usage based on that, right? And now you're seeing hovering around 100%, which is ideal. I am at 700 RPM, and my O2 sensor 1 is going back and forth, which, because this is a narrowband, right? I'm gonna warn the customer about that sensor 2 is after a catalyst, right? And my mass airflow is around 110, 100, which is good. So I'm gonna call this a fix, right? So what we had here was basically faulty craftsmanship, I would say. This wasn't, I didn't throw no parts of this. I just basically figure out how to diagnose cars and take it from there, right? But yeah, we're gonna call this a fix, right? So thanks for watching. I hope you like what you saw. You know, if it was helpful, useful, you know, drop a comment. You know, the tools is in the link. What else? Basically, Don't forget to like and subscribe and continue to support the channel, right? So right now it's hovering around 100%, and that's where you need to be. I'm gonna call it a fix. So take it easy. Till next time.